Hey Fit friends, and welcome to my channel. I'm Holly Pinkham and owner of Renewal Fitness Coaching, and I am all about trying to help you renew your life by renewing your strength through fitness and through health and through smart ways of doing fitness and health, smart ways of losing weight, smart ways of gaining strength. So in this video, I want to show you one of my favorite little tools to gain a little bit of strength, to tone the glutes, to tone the legs, and that is these little loop bands. So this one comes in a set of 3. It's from ProSource. And they come in sets of light, medium, and heavy resistance levels. So I use these a lot with my clients and a lot with myself in order to help with glute activation. And if you don't know what the glutes are your butt. These are really helpful for helping to activate your glutes, which is great for before doing exercises like squats and lunges, because sometimes our glute muscles are not as strong as they need to be, and then other muscles end up taking over or compensating when we do exercises. And so you may squat all day and still not really build the butt you want or get that toned or perky butt that you want. For a lot of people, sometimes back pain is a result of weak glute muscles. Or other like knee issues can be a problem because, again, if you're not using your glutes properly, you might be using your quads, your hamstrings in ways that kind of are messing up your knees. So those weak muscles, which are very common in most people, it's really important to build them up. But these bands can also do a lot for just your butt in general, as well as your quads, which is the front of your thighs, and your hamstrings, which is the back of your thighs. So I'm going to give you several exercises in this video that you can do with these bands. And these are great for pre-workout, so like before you really get into more of your heavy liftings, can be really great to warm up your lower body and to activate those muscles so that you use them properly during the rest of your exercises. This is also great if you can't do heavy weights, like if machines, if squats are too much for you. Maybe you have knee issues or joint issues, if you're older, if you just have other issues that for some reason you can't use heavier weights. These are a great way to tone your legs without having to go heavy. They're also great to take when you travel places, so that if you don't have a gym or you can only squeeze in a short little workout, this is a great way to burn a few calories and get in a little bit of a workout and kind of help tone your tush wherever you go, whether you're at home, you're traveling, you're who knows what. Wherever you go, you can take these with you because they're super lightweight and easy to use. So let's get started. All right, so this first exercise is one of my favorites. You're going to take the band, and bring your legs all the way through so it's around your lower thighs. Then you're going to lay down with your feet in line with your butt, toes and knees in line with each other, straight ahead. The rest of your body relaxes down with your hands resting down, pressing through your heels. You're going to squeeze your hips up, squeeze your butt and lift your hips up as high as you can into the air. Squeeze your butt for just a couple seconds and then lower back down. Just barely touch the mat and then right back up. Squeeze and then lower back down. And you want to do this about 10 to 15 times, really taking your time at the top to squeeze your butt and feel that through your glutes. A progression from here, which is really great, and you're going to feel the muscles work a little bit differently, is to extend one leg straight out and do one leg at a time. So now you're just pressing up through one leg, keeping the other one up so your knees stay even, and then right back down. Up and down, again, maybe 10 to 12 times on this. That one's a little bit more challenging, so you'll probably want to do a fewer reps on that, but that's a great way to start activating the glutes. Another one is then to come onto your side and stack your legs with your knees bent at about 90 degrees. You want your heels to line up with your hips, to line up with your shoulders. And you're just going to lay down, rest your upper body. You can just relax here. It's kind of a nice lazy exercise. From here up anyway. Then from here, what you want to think about doing is kind of pulling in your rib toward your hip so it creates just a little bit of space here. That's going to help to activate the right muscle. Then you can just rest your hand back on your hips and you're going to lift your leg up into the air. For some people, you're not even gonna need a band for this. You can just do it without the band to get started, and then as it gets easier, you can add the resistance. Because what you don't want is so much resistance that when you're doing this, you're using the wrong muscles and you have to use momentum to get the band up. You want a nice, slow, controlled movement where you can feel it right back here in the glutes. So keeping your feet together, all you're doing is lifting up your knee and then right back down. Don't let your body turn and open up towards the ceiling. You want to keep everything really straight. All that moves is your hip because of your butt muscles working. So again, you do that about 10 to 15 times on one side, then switch to the other and do the other side. A great way to just kind of gently tone your thighs is then to come over onto your back again. Legs straight. You're gonna flex your feet and just lift one leg up into the air and back down. Up and down. Keep your thigh flexed tight the whole time. Pause, squeeze against that resistance, and back down. Depending on how strong you are, you can do that about 15 to 20 times on each side. The reverse of that is if you come onto your stomach, then you can work on your hamstrings back here. So you can rest your hands down on rest your chin down on your hands and just lift one foot up into the air, squeezing your butt, squeezing your hamstrings. Keep your foot flexed. And again, you're just going up and down, squeezing at the top, and then right back. Okay, so now you're gonna come into a little bit of a squat. So you're kind of at a high squat position. Feet about hip distance apart, maybe shoulder distance apart, toes pointed straight ahead, knees bent. You can clasp your hands in front of you or put them on your hips, and you're just gonna step out to the side and together. Just small steps, side and together. If you're in a small space, you can just stand in one position and step out to the side. If you have a long place where you can kind of take long steps, then just continue in one direction, about 10 to 12 steps one way, and then come 10 to 12 back the other way. When you stop that, take your feet a little bit wider, and then you're gonna squat. So you're gonna come down more into like a 90-degree position, like you're sitting into a chair, and then stand up and squeeze your butt. Squat, stand up and squeeze. Squat, and when you're squatting, push your butt backwards. Try and get your shoulders to align over your knees and over your toes. And slightly press out into that band. That's gonna help to activate your glutes. So just regular squats, hands can go out in front of you. You can hold them out here. You can keep them up your hips, whatever's most comfortable for you. Then another really simple one. So stand by a wall or a chair, you can put your hands on it, feet together, and you're just gonna kick backwards, squeeze your butt, and back down. Back and down. Very simple, small movement, but it's a great way to feel a burn in the butt and get that muscle activated. Again, do about 12 to 15 reps on one leg, same thing on the other side. Another simple move to do is straight out to the side. Same kind of movement. You're just coming out, keeping your foot flexed, and squeeze when you come out to the side. Same thing on both sides, 10 to 15 reps. If these get easy for you, then you can move the band down so it's right along your ankles. That's going to increase the intensity and make it a lot harder because it's going to limit your range of motion. So then another couple that you can do with the band around your thighs. The first one is called a fire hydrant. You may or may not have done this before without a band. And it basically mimics a dog peeing on a fire hydrant, which is why they're called that. So you're going to come into a position where on your hands and your knees, wrists right underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, keep a flat back, a neutral spine, and your core pulled in tight. And then all you're going to do is extend your leg out to the side, keeping your knee bent, and squeezing your butt when you get to the top. So just go as high as you comfortably can. You don't want to force it to push your leg up any higher. Just go as high as you can while maintaining square hips. And then come back down. Ten to 15 on each side. Very similarly, you can do one called a donkey kick. You can do this with the band around your thighs, you can do it with around your ankles, around your feet, whatever's most comfortable for you and provides the best resistance. Same starting position, but this time the only difference is you're kicking straight up into the air. So your foot's gonna stay flexed, and it's almost like you're trying to kick the ceiling with your foot. So you're just pressing straight up into the air, squeezing your butt when you come up, and back down. Up, and down. Ten to 15 on each side. And with all these movements, keep them slow and controlled. Don't rush, don't use momentum, don't use force. Just go as far as you naturally can. I suggest starting with the lightest bands and then moving your way up into the heavier ones so you can get used to the movement and gradually progress building your muscle. And some of these you may even want to start without any bands at all if you're not familiar with them, if you haven't spent much time in the gym, if those aren't muscles that you're using very much. Try all this for a few weeks without any bands and then start adding in the bands to give more resistance, and then you'll really start to feel a lot greater burn and you'll be able to build muscle a lot easier with that added resistance. So I would say start performing these about 3 days a week, or at least before your leg workouts, or in addition to any other lower body workouts that you're doing. Start it off with this or do it about 3 times a week. Do about 2 to 3 sets of every exercise, and you will definitely start to see a lot of improvement in your butt, in your legs, and in your performance overall with other exercises that you do. If you want to get these bands, I'll put the link in the description below. These are from ProSourceFit.com, and it's only $10 for 3 of these. I use them all the time and they still last really well. They're not getting weak, they're not tearing apart, super strong, great for a bunch of different exercises. I definitely suggest adding these into your workout repertoire. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions about those or about any other lower body exercises, please let me know. You can leave comments down below, or you can email me at renewalfitcoach@gmail.com. And be sure to visit my website at renewalfitcoach.com. Thanks, and I'll see you again soon.